everybody, it's Leah. So I thought I'd post another video because it's been a little bit since I did post. I started with the Big Sister Challenge and I still want to do that challenge, but I don't know. I just haven't been feeling very creative lately. And then the holidays hit, and then after holidays hit, and I've had a lot of changes going on in my life right now. I just quit my job actually, and I'm going to be going to cosmetology school pretty soon here. So yeah, just a lot of changes going on, like major changes. And I want to do something, like I really want to make YouTube videos. I really want to stream as well. Right now, our computer just can't handle that though, so you know, it is what it is, but I want to do something that I like doing, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm going to introduce you to my family. I think everybody at one point who has played The Sims has made a Simself. A Simself is pretty much just you in a Sim form. And I think everybody at one point who has played it has made a Simself. Gotten with their boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, partner, you know, all those things, and had a family. Well, I did that as well. I started us off right here. This is what we were. That's me and that's my boyfriend. I was not good at making Sims. I've gotten a lot better. So let me introduce you. We had 6 kids. We had Freya, Aoife, Elliot, Odin and Oda were twins. And we had Siggy and John. We agreed on 6, ended up having 7. So let's get into it. I really just want to continue this challenge, mostly for myself. I mean, I'm calling it a challenge. It's like loosely based on the Legacy Challenge, which everybody should know. And the Legacy Challenge is just like, you get a Sim, start with $0, which is what we did, work your way up, have kids, all that stuff, and get to, I think, 10 generations. Right now with this family, I'm at 3 or 4, and there are a lot of Sims in this save. So let's start with Freya. Freya looks like her dad. I mean, my boyfriend is skinny. He's got blonde hair and blue eyes. And blue eyes do run in my family. It's actually kind of unusual that I don't have blue eyes. So I imagine that my kids would probably have blue eyes. At least half of them. So I ended up turning Freya into a vampire. What happened was she met Emily, who apparently doesn't have a shirt. Okay, that's nice. She met Emily Johnson. This is Emily Johnson. Ended up marrying her. They had some kids, who I will introduce as well, Liana and Noah. They also had Renly, who was their firstborn, and then they separated. Freya has always been rebellious. She's always been difficult. She's mellowed out a lot, but in her teenage years, she had blue hair. She just was acting out all the time, wasn't going to school. She knew what she wanted to do. She just didn't know how to express herself. Once she got there, she mellowed out a bit. So, but sometimes she just acts out still. She went through a midlife crisis, ended up leaving Emily. And Emily was not always the best Sim either. In her teenage years, her aspiration was public enemy. She has also mellowed out quite a bit. I mean, to put it in perspective, they've been alive for a while. So what ended up happening was Freya met this vampire through her sister Oda, who I will also introduce. They had triplets. The vampire she met was named Ophelia. And this is one of them, Abby Williamson. Abby has 2 other siblings, Nick and Mia, who are with their mother, Ophelia. Abby decided to go with her mother because her mother is more laid back. doesn't really care what you do. You know, she loves her kids, she takes great care of her kids, but she's just kind of on her own path. She doesn't really care. Just really laid back. I mean, it's not like she doesn't care, like she's like neglectful. She just understands that her kids have their own lives, and she doesn't want to stop them from being who they are. Emily, while they were separated, ended up getting with the Count. I think he lives in Forbidden Hollow. I don't know. I'm blanking tonight. Anyway, she had Georgia with him. So, yeah, that's their awkward little family. And then we've got... Elliot is dead, like not even in the game, but his daughter I'll introduce later. Let's move on to Aoife. Aoife's an old woman, even though she should be dead by now, which is terrible to say. Aoife looks a lot like me. Got my hair, my nose, my eyes, my mouth, but she got her dad's face shape, which is really unfortunate. I mean, I love my boyfriend, but oh gosh, he's got a big head. Terrible. So, anyway, Aoife married Jack Johnson, which was Emily's brother. Had Milo and Maisie. Maisie is not living with them anymore. They were twins. Milo got married to Kaylee, had Poppy, and a son, Alden. Yes. They have a couple dogs, Kona, Taz, and Tofu. Kaylee really liked dogs. She had Tofu for a long time. They ended up rescuing Kona, and then Kona and Taz had a child, Taz. Oh god. Kona and Tofu had a child, Taz. I really like pit bulls, guys. I really do. And I used to have a Rottweiler when I was a child, so you'll see a lot of big dogs if we have any. Let's move on to, following Aoife's bloodline, let's move on to her daughter, Maisie. Maisie takes a lot after her aunt, where she just, as a teen, she was in and out of rehab. It's not that she was troubled, she just really liked a certain lifestyle. She just liked doing drugs. She liked smoking weed, and her parents weren't about it. Now, if she had grown up with her Aunt Freya, it would have been different. But Aoife was more straight edge. She was always a good noodle, always cleaning up after her sister, always taking care of her sister, getting straight A's. And while her and Freya ended up being really close, they did go through their hardships, but, you know, they're just different people. Nina didn't tell him right away until their daughter Gemma was about 4, and then Odin and Layla kind of had their own thing going, and Layla is very laid back as well. She's very smart. She wanted to do her own thing. She's the only sim I've ever had where I've maxed all of her skills, just because she's that kind of sim. So yeah, she kind of also was very submissive. While she was very independent, she was very submissive to Odin. So when Odin was like, hey, my ex-girlfriend that I cheated on you with is coming to live with us, and we're probably going to have a polyamorous relationship, she wasn't thrilled with it, but she didn't leave. She just kind of focused more on her own things. Still had a lot of love for Odin and her children. Tried to be nice to Nina's kids, but just, I mean, right now Nina's kids are living with them again, but she really hated Nina. Like, they had a very bad relationship. So these are their current kids. This is Nina. I don't know if it's junior. I think that's only men. This is Nina's last daughter, Nina, and her brother, Kason. So, yeah, that's them. And let me move over to who's currently bald, because I haven't actually checked in with them. This is Regan, who is Layla and Odin's daughter. And Gemma, who is Nina and Odin's daughter. They were very close despite their parents absolutely hating each other. They were very close. They live together now, got married to 2 other best friends, and whose daughter is this? I think this is Gemma's daughter with Joey. Emery. My bad. Regan also has a daughter with Joey, and they all live together. Going into, I mean, that's it for Odin's line. Going more into Freya's line with Liana and her twin sister, Noah. Obviously, I don't really play with them very much. They didn't really get along. She grew up, got married to Radford, left, has a bunch of kids. I don't know if we're ever going to be playing with them. We might. We'll see. And then here is Noah, also married to Radford, and their daughter Yael. I don't know what it is about her. I just really, really like her. Here is the rest of Abby. Well, the other Red Keys, Ophelia, which was, the mistress for Freya. And her daughter Mia and her son Nick. Here is Siggy and her daughter Jay. Jay was born a male sim. I want to keep the masculine features because I like the idea of a transgender sim. I feel like it's a very underrepresented group because you can't have like transgender sims. I mean, you can, but it's kind of hard. So Jay is transgender. Siggy, let me bring them back up. Siggy looks the most like me. She's just an oddball. She kind of grew up, did her own thing as well. Took care of her younger brother, John. And that's actually how Jay was born, because John was hanging out with the Whartons. And they are a vampire clan, if I can find them. This is John. And that is Siggy's baby daddy for Jay, Daniel Wharton. They are also related to Micah Wharton. It's her brother and her sister. That's their friend, Declan, who's actually more friends with Riley and Daniel. Riley's been living with them for a long, long time. And she had feelings for John when they met. But she had a one-night stand with Declan, got knocked up. So now Rose Wharton exists. And I love her a lot. But they also have a daughter, her and John, Regan. I want to say him and Riley are married. I just can't remember. I don't think I actually physically got them married. I think I just cheated it because at one point I was like, there are so many Sims. What the heck? And nobody was married, but everybody was together. Yeah, it was just great. It wasn't a hot mess at all. So I think that's everybody. Oh, here we go. So Freya and Emily also had a son, Renly. Renly got Billy Yang pregnant. So, oh, my boyfriend might be home. Hi. What's up?
Why do you have the headset on?
Because I'm recording a video.
So listen, this is Puppet Princess, okay? Now, what we are doing here is that we are going to make the Sims like this.
Yeah, this is what I deal with on a regular basis.
Do you call yourself the Puppet Princess?
No, I go by Leah.
Okay.
So yeah, these are his kids. Anyway, this is who I'm gonna be playing with, this family. So I'll do introductions as I bring up families. But I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.